Welcome, Boo Believers. Yes, Anthony Noble, this is the Gotharella OnlyFans video group watch. No, this is Deadsville Horror Talk with your host, Ronin James. How are you, Boo Believers? It's another spooky day in paradise here at Deadsville Studios, and I am live once again. So here we are. I didn't go live Wednesday, right? We didn't have a live Wednesday because we had stunt training Wednesday night. And in case you don't know that much about me, in case you're just tuning in, just listening for the first time, I'm Deadsville director Ronin James. I've been a stuntman for 20 plus years, stunt coordinator, second unit director, went to school for film before all that, when they were still cutting film. And so now I am a filmmaker myself, producing, directing, still stunt coordinating, maybe not hitting the ground as much, but still coordinating. Just worked on a movie called Stalked, and some of my friends from Stalked will be joining me on the crew of my next project, Amityville Barbi, in case you haven't seen the posters and the casting call. And yes, the shenanigans will ensue. But yeah, I've been at this a while. You've seen me die more than once. You've seen me get my ass kicked, shot, blown up, jump out a window on Gotham, among other things. Yeah. I've been around the block, so to speak. So now I'm creating my own shit, creating content. You see, I have some characters. If you would be so kind as to check out my reels sometime and share, give them a like, stars, whatever Facebook is looking for these days. Gifts they ask me for now, seasonal gifts. I don't even know what the fuck that shit is. But yeah, my reels are doing pretty well. People seem to like Dirk Darkly. And I just reshared Gotharella. I added the text. People seem to like text in their reels too, so I transcribed all of the Gotharella Midnight Essence commercial. So if you haven't seen that one yet, it's making the rounds now. I think it was it was way over 500 views, and I just uploaded it a few hours ago today. So check it out if you haven't. And the Dirk Darkly stuff with my lovely lady partners here at Deadsville Productions, Maddie Morningstar and Steph Infection. Make sure you follow them both as well. And yeah, stay tuned because we have a lot of stuff in store. Sammy Morningstar joining us and says, so stoked for that. I know Sammy's talking about Amityville Barbi. We're all stoked for Amityville Barbi. Yeah, we're going to talk about some Amityville Barbi because I've been adding some crew behind the scenes. We can discuss who is going to be joining me. We can talk stunts if you want. You can feel free to comment questions about Amityville Barbi below. I'll give you like a basic plot synopsis maybe at some point we'll discuss, so you kind of get an idea what you're in store for. And yeah, we're just starting to get all our ducks in a row, as they used to say, all of our shit together. We got to do the crowdfunding thing, so be sure to share. And if you want to contribute, we're going to have all kinds of perks and cool shit that you can, you donate or back our project, and you'll get some really cool shit in return. Props, signed scripts, all kinds of stuff like that. We have at least one OG horror actress who will be joining the cast that we have pretty much confirmed so far. I can't give that one away yet. You're just going to have to wait and see when we start making cast announcements. But yes, casting call is open. If you are a Barbie-esque actress or Ken-esque actor of any of the Barbies or Kens, international. There have been a million different Barbies and Kens, so we're trying to play with a bunch of them in our little sandbox here and spoof a bunch of them. So Amityville Barbi with an I, no E, Amityville Barbi casting at gmail.com. We are especially looking for our Barbie. I'm a stunt coordinator. I've been a stunt coordinator for 20 years. Fight choreo is my thing. This movie's going to have a lot of fight choreography in it. It's going to have a high level of action along with a bunch of gore and hopefully some scares in there as well, right? We want scares in our horror. So yeah, a little bit of everything, but there is going to be a lot of action. So yes, we are on the search for a stunt proficient Barbie if we can find one. If we can't, we will cast a Barbie actress and we will get a stunt double and wig her and do all the stuff that we need to do to make the stunts look super high octane and super high quality. That's because a lot of our production value is going to come out of our stunts and our special effects, because we're also doing practical special effects. So we'll get into some more stuff on that. But we'll go to some news first, I guess. You guys want to talk news? Let's see who we have in the chat. Shit, Les Price sending 200 stars. Mwah! Scream heart! Yes, we missed you the other night at stunt training, Les. You better make the next one, man. I need that muscle. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Les Price, stuntman extraordinaire and man of 1,000 voices as well. And yeah, Les, you've seen Les fight Batista in Army of the Dead on Netflix. If you watch the Zack Snyder zombie movie, then you know Les, because he was the zombie that fought Batista in the knife fight, and one of his many stunt roles and acting roles that he has taken on. Les and I work together a lot. I'm sure we will be putting together a lot of the stunts for this one, rigging, and I plan on having people fly and all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to do some fun stunts on this one. That's, you know, if nothing else, hopefully I'll have a funny script that's pretty clever and some killer stunts and killer special effects. So let's see who else we got. Kevin Donahue saying sounds cool. Thanks for checking in, Kevin. Appreciate it. Let's see, Barb Hillerzuski checking in from Pittsburgh, right, Barb? Hi, thanks for tuning in. We're going to get to some horror news. We're talking a little Barbie, a little Amityville Barbi. Robbie Adams checking in. How you feeling today, Robbie? Robbie was at stunt training with us the other night. Today's the second day after stunt training. So that's when the pain and soreness and stiffness really sets in, is on that second day if you're not in shape. Like I'm not in shape because I haven't been working out much the last couple of years. So I'm doing more stuff behind the camera, but that needs to change. I need to be in shape. So who else do we have checking in? Well, Steph Infection is there. Steph Infection says, what up, fam? Anthony says, is that the one I'm casting as a damsel in distress? Les says, come on, Barbie, let's go party. Hell yeah, we are going to party in blood and kung fu fighting. My Barbie knows kung fu, so just so y'all are aware, it's gonna be. That's why I need a. You know, I got kung fu grip Barbie. You know, my Barbie's got kung fu grip. Brittany Fox checking in. Hey, Brittany, thanks for checking in. And Steph also checking in and says, my biceps hurt so bad. Yep. Well, it's from throwing all those punches, right, Steph Infection? Whew. Throwing all those movie punches. So, all right, let's jump over. Actually, triceps, forearms, etc. Yeah, everything hurts on you, I'm sure, Steph. I'm feeling not too bad. I haven't worked out in a while, but I've been stretching and working out a little bit. So, doing a little bit of working out. So it's not so bad today. Some people, I'm sure, are feeling it. And I had fun. All right, let's go check out some horror news. Shall we, boo believers? We'll go through this. Where are we? All right. So this is one that I'm looking forward to. And now they've had like a set visit, interview with some of the actors on Abigail. But this one's on Bloody Disgusting. Let me see what kind of picture-in-picture I have here for you. Let's close that out. And hey, now I'm picture-in-picture. There we go. I guess they have a new trailer. So this is from Megan Navarro about 24 hours ago. Abigail, meet the criminals behind the heist-turned-vampire horror movie. And this one, if you haven't seen the trailers for it or anything yet, fucking awesome. It's from the same guys. Radio Silence is their, I guess, production company name. It's their little producer team. It's 2 guys. And they did Ready or Not with Samara Weaving, which I fucking loved. So good, like the cat and mouse inside the mansion with the crazy family. Really, really great movie. And then they did the last 2 Scream movies, which not so great. Totally gave them the thumbs down in the last 2 movies. But now they're going back to this cat and mouse in a big mansion type setup. And this time this was originally titled Dracula's Daughter, but this is, they changed the name to Abigail, but Abigail is Dracula's daughter, and she's like a young ballerina vampire. So it's a really cool setup. They got a really cool ensemble cast in here. If you haven't seen anything on it yet, I'm sure there's a trailer attached here. We'll watch it in a minute. I'm going to run through the story. And if you're looking forward to it, if you've seen the trailer already, you're looking forward to it, make sure you comment, because this is one of the ones I'm really looking forward to. All right. Megan Navarro writes, the latest from directors Matt Bettinelli Open and Tyler Jeanette, Abigail transforms a heist movie into a full-blown vampire horror movie bloodbath. What sounds like absolute bad news for the would-be criminals tasked with what seems like an easy job should make for an entertaining thrill ride for audiences. As for those would-be criminals, Bloody Disgusting learned more about the key players in Abigail when invited to set last summer in Ireland. Very cool. So they've been holding this story for a year. I guess till the movie comes out, they have to hold on to it. The first scene observed on set introduced the group, handpicked to kidnap the 12-year-old ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure. They've just arrived at their eerie destination after a successful grab. From the grand staircase in the sprawling estate's foyer, a commanding Lambert, played by Giancarlo Esposito, who always plays an awesome fucking heavy, awesome villain, lays out the ground rules of the kidnapping as he takes their cell phones. The group is given fake names corresponding with members of the Rat Pack to preserve their anonymity, with the added horror bonus of telling audiences not to get too attached. But who are these characters? Do we want to dig into it, or do we want to just wait and learn? I don't want to dig into it. They're going to spoil stuff. There's a couple pictures here. Here's Melissa Barrera from Scream. Obviously, we all know she's fired from Scream. This is, I don't know which actor this is here, but another one of the guys. Let's watch the trailer. I don't want to dig too much into this because, yeah, there's a shot of Abigail. Probably about to take a bite out of one of my favorite actors, Kevin Durand, who has been in a bunch of stuff. Great character actor. Big guy, always plays like a big Scottish or, big, he's a Canadian guy, but he always plays, or an Irish guy, he usually plays. All right. And of course, our new, I guess, horror, it's not really a scream, I guess she's a kind of a scream queen, but Catherine Newton, who, our Lisa Frankenstein, she is also in this one. Yeah. Getting bloody and dirty with Abigail there. Yeah, I don't want to go through all this. It's a really cool poster, like an over the head shot, looking down on Abigail as she looks up in her ballerina dress, and you can see all the blood splatters on the dress. It says, "Children can be such monsters." That's a great fucking tagline. Oh yeah, it's a great tagline. I'm surprised they don't have the trailer in here. I think I have another story lined up here that has the trailer, because there was a new trailer. Let me see. This one's on Joe Blow. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's official trailer 2. So let's check this out. Barb checks in, says, "Hi, thanks for checking in, Barb." Here we go. We're going to check out trailer 2 for Abigail, aka Dracula's Daughter. And this is from the guys who did Ready or Not. And this is a commercial. Can we skip this commercial? There we go. Sorry about that. Now we got the actual trailer.
Please seem to be a little girl.
Thank you. Quick question. Who's inside a cage right now?
What do we know about vampires? How do we kill it?
Crucifixes.
Stake through the heart. Daylight is a big one. We need to find a way out of here. We split up. This is just a game to her.
What can I say? I like playing with my family.
Hello?
Yeah, that one looks great. Anthony knows as my 2-year-old is scarier than that girl. I don't know. Very cool. What do they got here? So Abigail said, visit everything we learned. Let's read a little bit of this from Michael Conway. Dublin, Ireland, headquarters of Guinness, Jameson, and the most overpriced beer you can find in the Temple Bar area. Steeped in history, Dublin boasts landmarks like Trinity College and Dublin Castle. Emblematic of its medieval heritage, amidst its historical allure, the city's streets thrive with the energy of bustling pubs resonating with music and culinary delights. However, beyond its libations and cultural landmarks, Dublin harbors a lesser-known connection to vampire folklore. Since early childhood, my mother took me to the movies weekly, and horror was always a shared love that was an obsession I'm sure many of us share. My love for vampire film stories began as I was introduced to The Lost Boys, but Ireland was special for us, having ancestral ties to the majestic island. We always dreamed of visiting it and taking in the stunning landscape one day. So, how do vampires in Ireland come into play? Located in Dublin is Marsh's Library, the oldest public library in Ireland, housing tens of thousands of rare texts and manuscripts. Within these hallowed halls, Bram Stoker, the legendary horror author and Dublin native, immersed himself in his youth, laying the groundwork for his literary masterpiece, Dracula. And now, the fair city can add another tale to its vampire legend. Recently, Universal Pictures invited Joe Blow to the second largest island of the British Isles to visit the set of its newest vampire film, Abigail, which has just gotten a new trailer. And again, they talk about the same things, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, this thing was shot in Ireland, obviously. And they talk about some of the characters. If you want to spoil some of the characters, then... yeah, you can go to Joe Blow or one of the news sites and check it out. I'm not going to read it because I don't want to spoil too much about it. I like going in a little more blind. So, yeah, you guys can check that one out. But that'll do it for Abigail. Are you looking forward to it? Not looking forward to it? Sounds like Anthony is not. Anthony's not a fan. He says his 2-year-old is scarier. And, yeah, oof, the crucifix did nada. Yep. All right, so what else do we got here? I guess we'll go to this first look at Christian Bale as Frankenstein in The Bride. And what do you know? He's got a tattoo. I mean, did we think he wasn't going to have a tattoo? It's a modern retelling. So he's going to be a corpse with a bunch of shitty nipple-eye tattoos, just like the Crow, isn't he? Isn't that that's what's cool now with the kids? That's what's hot with the kids, right? Fucking nipple-eye tattoos. Jesus Christ. I mean, maybe he's a convict, and that's why, because he's got, like, I don't know, looks like prison yard stripes on. I don't know. Let's see what this says so far. Oh, is that hope or nope on his chest? I guess it's probably hope. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's read this story. Again, Fangoria, Scott Wampler. One of the horror projects they're most interested in at Fangoria is Maggie Gyllenhaal's forthcoming The Bride. Personally, I'm not that interested in it. I don't like Maggie Gyllenhaal as an actress. I don't know how she is as a director. But this whole kind of, I guess we'll just see. I'm curious to see what I thought it was going to be Penelope Cruz as the bride, but I guess somebody else is now playing the bride. All right, I'm just going to keep reading. The Bride, a retelling of The Bride of Frankenstein, starring Christian Bale, Annette Bening, Jessie Buckley, Penelope Cruz, Julianne Hough, and Peter Sarsgaard. And set in 1930. Oh, okay, set in 1930s Chicago. I thought they were doing a modern retelling. Everybody was saying it was modern. Is 1930s Chicago modern? That's not a modern retelling. Brittany Fox checks in, says, ugh, don't remind me, I'm so disappointed with the way he looks. Are we talking about The Crow, or are we talking about Bale as Frankenstein here? All right, so set in 1930 Chicago, the film has only just begun filming, but Gyllenhaal took to Instagram today to reveal both Bale and Buckley's looks in the film as Frankenstein's monster and the bride, respectively. And well, this is looking very interesting indeed. And here we go, bride, camera test, bip, bip, bip. Is this a video or is it just a... Oh, no, there's more than one picture. Oh, there we go. So that's the bride, huh? Okay. And there's our Frankenbale. Frankenbale. There you go. Hashtag Frankenbale. I don't know if it's been used yet. But there you go. Frankenbale. Put that one out there to the masses. You heard it here first. Hashtag Frankenbale. Yeah. All right. Buckley appears to have a somewhat less severe appearance than Bale here. Check out those giant gnarly staples in his forehead. Though it's possible there's more to our design than we can see in the photo embedded above. According to an official synopsis, the bride sees a lonely Frankenstein travel to 1930 Chicago to seek the aid of a Dr. Euphronius in creating a companion for himself. The two reinvigorate a murdered young woman, and the bride is born. She is beyond what either of them intended, igniting a combustible romance, the attention of the police, and a wild and radical social movement. I mean, of course, we were getting a social movement. What else would we get in a Bride of Frankenstein movie yet? Oh, yeah. No, they just started filming this one. There's no trailer for this one yet. If you're talking about The Bride. But yes, it's a social movement. Of course, they have a social movement, a radical social movement in 1930 Chicago. Oh, man. No, I don't want to get Fangoria, thanks. Recently, The Bride moved into the October 3rd, 2025 release date, previously occupied by Matt Reeves' sequel to The Batman, which, well, that's quite a ways from now, so we're probably going to be waiting a while before we see much more from Gyllenhaal's film, but we're intrigued by what we're seeing here and certainly can't wait to find out what else this production has planned. Stay tuned for further updates on The Bride. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. All right, 1930s, and he's got tattoos. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Brittany, I'm thinking it's gonna suck. I'm leaning with you there, Britt. I'm thinking it's gonna suck. Jesus. Yep, Brittany says, this movie is going to suck, isn't it? So disappointing. Les checks in talking about Maggie Gyllenhaal. Her and her brothers are honorary Muppets. Shots fired. Stacy says, hasn't seen the trailer yet. No, there's no trailer yet, Stace. This is just the pictures from the first, I guess, couple days of shooting. Sammy Morningstar checking in says, I'm glad I'm not the only one thinking that. Yeah, I saw the pictures of yesterday, and I was just like, oh man, I got to go and talk about this tomorrow now, and I hate it. It's gonna sound like I'm gonna sound like the old man yelling at the clouds, just like I did with the fucking Crow. Look, I'm not an old man yelling at the clouds. I am fucking covered in tattoos. Trust me. But yeah, it's just like, try hard now. They're just trying so hard to be cool. Hollywood is so trying hard. They're like, yeah, let's give them shitty fucking scribble tats. And here we go. Stacy checking in. Why are they putting on bad tattoos on actors these days? Such a distraction. It makes it look cheap. Also, perfect placement of scars, not hurting the tattoo. Get real. Agreed, Stace. It's fucking yes. It's a cheap way for them to try and connect with the young audience. Shitty tattoos. I guarantee you that there was a Hollywood board meeting where all of these fucking pompous old white dudes are sitting around in suits and ties, like, yeah, what do we can put some, we're gonna invest in these movies, but we need something. And one young dude comes, he's like, yeah, kids love shitty tattoos. So now all the fucking new remakes, that's what they remake. That's a remake. They're taking an old movie and just putting shitty tattoos on your main character, and they're calling it an updated version. And they'll probably have him use modern day slang. Well, this is 30s. Frankenstein's 1930s, so he'll probably use 30s slang. Oh, will we get a 1930s Frankenstein like, nah, see, I'm Frankenstein, nah. That would be fun. If Christian Bale comes out talking like that, I'm in. But other than that, it looks like it's going to suck. Dude, if the Crow comes out and starts talking about how he's the Riz God and he starts, somebody else give me some fucking kid slang. I know some of it. I got a 21-year-old. I know some of the fucking slang, but yes, if the Crow starts saying that shit in the movie, holy shit. Crow's kind of come out like, yeah, I got mad Riz. Cat bet, bruh. Oh my God. I can't take it. Oh, shit. Let's see. Well, I'm going to catch up with you guys in the chat. Anthony says, maybe her movie will be better than her brother's Roadhouse flop. I haven't watched that Roadhouse remake, man. I can't do it. There's a few reasons I can't do it. Number one, I mean, it's not going to beat the original. Come on, seriously. If I want to watch Roadhouse, I'm going to go watch the original. Seriously. And number two, Conor McGregor. I can't stand that guy. What an asshole. Yeah, I probably won't be watching the Roadhouse anytime soon. All right, Anthony Noble says, tattoos are for wimps anyway. That's right, Anthony. I know you're covered in them as well. Les Price saying, oh my God, she should have made Frankenhouse, LOL, Frankenstein's monster is a bouncer that finds love at a local vampire bar in Florida. We should make it, man. We got to put that on the list then, man. I'm in the midst of Amityville Barbi. I can only mine so many IPs at a time, Les. I gotta steer clear of getting sued for Mattel at this point. I don't think anybody associated with Amityville can sue me, right? This is a parody. So Stacey Lynn is cracking up. I'm glad I'm and Stacey says the crossover we need. Replying to Les. All right, I'm going to jump back to some horror news. I know we got a couple other things here. Here we go. So speaking of Amityville Barbi, we will go to this one because, you know, I'm sure you guys are getting sick of this shit too. I'm sick of the Amityville movies. I'm not going to make any more Amityville movies after this. Trust me. I'm only doing this one because I just it came to me in an epiphany and I was like, holy shit, I have to make Amityville Barbi. This has to be my calling card. This is going to be my feature directorial debut, Amityville Barbi. All right. So we have Amityville Cop. There's so many fucking Amityville movies. There's Amityville in Space, of course, and Amityville Death Toilet, which I turned off after 5 minutes. It was so fucking bad. If you see Amityville Death Toilet, steer clear, man, unless you really are a glutton for cinematic punishment, because it was fucking brutal. All right, so this is Blood Disgusting's Joe Lipsit. Lock Amityville cop up and throw away the key. The Amityville IP in parentheses. And yeah, this looks really, woo. I mean, did they color correct this one at all? God, I'm thankful that I already have in the 2 days that I've had of pre-production on this, I already have a crew that I feel is confident that will give me a better looking still than this from Amityville Barbie. This, I mean, it's so blah. Is this raw footage? Okay, all right. I'm not gonna crack on other filmmakers. My shit ain't out there yet. Here we go. Twice a month, Joe Lipsett will dissect a new Amityville horror film to explore how the franchise has evolved in increasingly ludicrous directions. This is the Amityville IP. Oh, sweet! So we will have to send in and get a review from Joe Lipsett, who is now just going to review and dissect Amityville movies. I can't wait for him to get a hold of mine. Oh man, that's great. Oh, man, Joe Lipsett, my movie is coming for you. All right, here we go. Part of the structure of this editorial series is working through the Amityville franchise in chronological order. So it was surprising to discover that Amityville Cop 2021 wasn't listed on the Wikipedia list of titles. Turns out Amityville Cop is something of an Amityville prison, aka Against the Night, in which the word Amityville is never spoken and there's no concrete connection to any of the other films. Sure, there's a satanic cult who dress in red, but there are none of Dustin Ferguson's masks like Amityville in the Hood, and the cult leader, Empress Ciara, has no backstory that connects to any of the other villains in the series. The film is set at a police precinct as members of the force prepare for Captain Benson, Jeffrey Moon's infamous New Year's party. Everyone is a stock character, including Mary Lewis, the rookie on her first day, Miller, the hothead asshole who is also the best cop, his patient partner Val, and the nerdy tech Tom. They're forced to take a stand when Captain Benson's former partner, Damian Wilson, who was killed 20 years prior in Empress Ciara's sacrifice, demon to seek revenge. Naturally, everything goes down at the party. It's a relative word plot, but writer Gino McGahee's story features several unusual characteristics and more than a few inconsistencies. For example, I love inconsistencies, right? We love that shit here, right? For example, the party is referred to as a tradition going back 50 years. Which is a shockingly high and arbitrary amount of time. Then there's the explanation for why the party has such a small number of attendees. The state governor has restricted gatherings to no more than 10 people after a party he bankrolled was busted by police this previous year. I don't know. What the fuck? It's such a convoluted excuse to hand wave what is very clearly a small, low-budget film shot during the pandemic, but it begs the question why McGahee didn't just go with a simpler, less ridiculous reason. The size of the gathering is a significant plot point for a good portion of the first act, and then it's never referred to again once the party begins. Okay, a lot of talking and explain. We're not going to have any of that in my Amityville movie. Fuck. I'm gonna read these so I learn everything not to do in my Amityville movie here, right? If it seems like focusing on the party details is petty, it's because the film doesn't offer much else. The action is restricted to the precinct, which is eventually revealed to be the party's location, so only those on duty, aka the film's small cast, attend. Despite the single location, director Gregory Hatanaka fails to establish the geography of the precinct, and the set is barely dressed beyond the usual generic prison office decor. See also prison set Amityville Uprising, which similarly struggled in this area. Yeah, I didn't watch Amityville Uprising. I saw it there on Tubi, I think, though. Tubi got them all. That leaves the bulk of the focus on the characters, and this is where McGahee's screenplay falters badly. The lead is arguably Miller, the youngish cop who uses a stellar track record to justify his use of violence and lack of empathy. Toller is a dynamic and engaging character, but the character falls somewhere between insufferable, multiple characters rightfully call him an asshole, and quirky oddball. He's more of an annoying caricature than a proper lead. A telling example is when he deflects Captain Benson's questions about a violent arrest by relating an admittedly sex-positive joke about receiving anilingus from a woman on a recent date. Anilingus. Huh. Okay. So he got his ass ate on a date, and he's talking about it. Okay. I don't know how to feel about this whole thing. And I'm pro ass eating. You guys know that. If you follow me long enough, you know I'm pro ass eating. Anyway, this is mixed in with misogynistic dialogue, bizarrely sexualized behavior, much of it centered around Lewis's looks and sex appeal. Even the captain participates in this behavior. And later, a drunken Lewis gives Miller a lap dance, again on her first day. In one of the film's more frustrating developments, he ends the film by giving Miller, who has been an insufferable D-bag, a hero's victory. Amityville Cop concludes with Miller making out with Val, who had rejected his childish advances for years. Wow. What the fuck is... Jesus Christ. Aside from Miller, though, none of the characters make any impression. They're uniformly one-dimensional, and their personalities and motivations seemingly shift based on the needs of the plot. Perhaps if the story were more adventurous, or if the film actually had something to say about the monstrosity of the police or police work, this would work better, but there's nothing deeper here. Thankfully, Amityville Cop is a mercifully brief 69-minute viewing experience. It's more frustrating than terrible, but you could lock it up, throw away the key, and not miss much. And there's our Amityville Cop. And they don't even call it the Amityville Cop. Man, they got all this kind of Amityville IP awards to go to. Homeless obsession, sex obsession, what the fuck dialogue, demonic makeup, and confusing lunch. Oh, shit. Next time we're dialing into that white suburban neighbor energy with 2022's Amityville Karen. And I did watch half of that one. Yeah, Anthony Noble, he tells his cat that he eats booty stew. Oh, ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Jesus Christ. All right, boo believers. I'm ashamed. Man, I'm gonna make the best Amityville movie since the original Amityville movie. All right. I'm gonna try at least. I'm gonna give you like blood, gore, kung fu fighting, possessions. I got a couple crazy kills up my sleeve that I want to have put onto film. I was going to say celluloid, but now it's digital, so we don't put it on the celluloid anymore, unfortunately. All right, we're going to check out this next one. And I think we watched the trailer for this before, and it super Critters vibes. Yeah, I mean, it was like super Critters. The one like Ghoulie maybe, but they're super Critters vibes here. This is Monster on a Plane. Yes, and they say, sure enough, Monster on a Plane trailer. Monster movie looks like Critters at 30,000 feet. And I can't hate that. I mean, I love Critters and snakes on a plane, you know, murder at 30,000 feet, that kind of shit. You're mixing this is all we have left, folks. This is it. Just like I'm going to take Amityville Horror and fucking Barbie and smash them together. This is because every idea has been done. So now we're just going to go back to our nostalgia, and this is what we do. And this is what people want to see and buy into. This is it. So now they're taking Critters and Snakes on a Plane, or one of like the old school what is it, the tragedy movies, the old school, like, you know, the Hindenburg and all that, where they had like the plane crash or the plane's landing gear are out, and they're like, oh no, we can only circle for so long. Yeah. They used to have that kind of like those like Towering Inferno and these giant like tragedy movies back in like the 70s and shit. So it's kind of what I like equate that plane thing to. All right, here we go. You see right there, it's very Critter-esque. I mean, holy shit. It has, where's my Critter? Is he out here? He's over. No, he's not out here. He's over on the desk somewhere. I got a Critter somewhere. Man, it looks just like that, except this one has like pointed ears. He's kind of like wolfy looking, and he's very super Critter-esque. So, all right, what would happen if one of those adorable Krites from the Critters franchise made its way onto an airplane? Well, that looks to essentially be the premise behind the upcoming monster movie, Monster on a Plane, which has unleashed its official trailer this week. an official selection of the 42nd Brussels International Fantastic Film Festival, also known as BIFF. Monster on a Plane will premiere later this month. Watch the trailer below for a sneak peek. In the film, from writer-director Ezra, I'm going to try and pronounce this, Segai, probably, Segai. Professor Singh embarks on a journey to bring a mysterious creature from a distant land to Germany. However, when unexpected turbulence strikes the airplane, the beast awakens and starts attacking passengers. Who would have fucking thunk it? I hate when that happens, especially if I pay for first class. God damn it, keep your beasts in check. Oh, anyway, stewardess Natalie and teacher Ben team up to regain control amidst the chaos, but as they also uncover a ruthless murderer among the passengers, things quickly spiral out of control. So we've got a ruthless murderer human and a ruthless killer monster. Okay, let's do it. There's a bunch of names here you're not going to recognize because they're all foreign actors. This, I guess, it's like a German production. There's a lot of. I'm not even going to go to them, but we are going to watch this trailer, and I do like the poster. We did talk about this briefly. Yeah, Monster on a Plane. There's a little trailer. Got your fucking crashing 747 or in distress. All right, let me bring this up. Let's close close that. Make sure you guys can see a nice large trailer with me also in the frame. Here we go. Monster on a Plane.
Good afternoon, sir.
Have a great afternoon. Hello, everyone. Captain John Pillow.
It's just in like a regular dog carrier.
Something's in the cabin. It's killing the passengers, and we need to land.
Oh shit.
Watch out! Behind you!
Oh, he's big. He grows. Oh, you'll pull out a frame wire gag. Oh yeah, he's a big one. Oh yeah, he's huge. Oh shit! So he gets real big. All right. That's what she said, right? I know Steph Infection is probably out there going, "That's what she said," if she's watching. Yeah, not bad. All right, it looks, fun enough. Very cheesy, very critters, but they made a really big one, so I like that it's like practical puppets and shit. They had like digital blood in there, obviously, for the squirting of the fingers. But yeah, it looked like it'd be a fun little movie. I'll check it out. Not sure where the hell it's going to be. It'll probably come to VOD or something. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Steph Infection says, I literally said it. I figured you did. I know you too well. All right, there it is. Monster on a Plane, an Ezra Segai film. Segai. I don't know how to pronounce it, man. He's crazy ass German name or something. But there's the critter. I mean, monster, at least in its small form. I think it's funny they just had him in like a little cat carrier. Like, that was it. That's all you put your critter in to transport it on a fucking public airplane? The fuck? All right. Enough of that one. We got one more. I got one more story here. No, I think that was actually it. Yeah, we already looked at Christian Bale. Anything else on Fangoria? Steph Infection says, I'm a slut for that's what she said jokes. Yep, me too. If you try to make you get once on your first time working for me, you better hit me with one. All right, anything else on here to check out? Anybody see, have we seen the first Omen yet? If you have, you can comment. Max and Netflix. Horror movies. All right, let's check this one out. New horror movies. Oh, these aren't new. This is just new to fucking Netflix and Max. Like Black Swan from 2010. Come on. It's barely a horror movie. Inland Empire from 2006. And Rangers from 2008. Not exactly what we were looking for there. No, Fangoria. You're letting us down. What else you got here? Well, Late Night with the Devil. Awesome movie that if you haven't checked out mine and Steph Infection's review, it's up on Spotify and YouTube and everywhere you listen to podcasts. And you can watch it here on my page as well. So we went live and we did our review of Late Night with the Devil. And both fucking loved it so far. Favorite movie of the year. Yeah. And it's about to come to Shudder. Late Night with the Devil has a horny new poster. And there you go. Old retro box TV with the horn and tails. Very cool. Very retro. Late Night with the Devil is ruling the airwaves, or the box office, and we have a brand new exclusive poster debut to celebrate. After roughly a year on the film festival circuit, Colin and Cameron Cairns' Late Night with the Devil finally landed in theaters March 22nd, where it became IFC Films' biggest opening ever. The film centers on Jack Delroy, a 70s late night talk show host who has a surefire way to ramp up those waning ratings with a special Halloween broadcast. Things get a little out of hand, and the whole thing plays out like we've unearthed forbidden tapes from a studio vault. Let's take a look at the new poster by artist Drusilla Adeline. And here we go. Late Night with the Devil. I love that. Warning may be disturbing to some viewers. Man, they would start out shows like that. You'd have to have that warning. That's great. That's a fucking great little addition there. And now they have this is what you always used to get back. I mean, you still get them, but it's a good poster. I like it. It's very minimalist. And your big thing here, which is Stephen King's quote, absolutely brilliant. I take my eyes off it. So, of course, that one heads up the top. Viewers, beware. That TV set is looking a little horny. Late Night with the Devil is Stephen King approved. It's also currently in theaters and will hit Shudder on April 19th, just under a month after its theatrical run. So there you go. April 19th, 2 weeks away, 2 Fridays from now. You will get to check out Late Night with the Devil on Shudder. I'm sure it'll be on VOD as well. But if you have the chance to see it in the theater, go see it in the theater. It was fucking awesome. Really loved it. I'm not going to give any kind of spoilers or anything away. Just a really well done movie. Great cast, great pacing, well acted. Yeah, just keeps you engaged the entire time. And yeah, very well done. I look forward to more from these guys because this one was really good. And I love the 70s setting too, and the live broadcast setting, being somebody that works behind the scenes doing stuff like that and working in TV and movies and for 20 fucking years plus. Yeah, seeing the behind the scenes stuff and how everything was super chaotic, giving you all that really helped the plot, man. It really made it so believable, especially for me, being somebody that's in that world and knowing that's exactly what kind of stuff happens back there, man. So I'm not going to give any more away. I don't want to talk too much more about it. Go check out Late Night with the Devil in the theaters if you can, and if not, on Shudder in 2 weeks. All right. I don't think we have anything else to check out here. I'll try and see if there's anything on Bloody Disgusting, and then I'm going to get out of here, boo believers. Well, here's a fun fact. Last price, if you're still watching Godzilla Final Wars, almost featured a Mechagodzilla redesign by Metal Gear Solid artist Yoji Shinkawa. And that's cool. I love Godzilla Final. Probably my number one. Man, it's tough because Godzilla Minus One, awesome movie, but I love Godzilla Final Wars just because it has so many of the monsters in it, and it's got Kane Kasugi in it, and like Matrixy fighting, and just a lot of fun wire fu and zany monster stuff and alien invasion shit. So that would have been cool though. There was no Mecha Godzilla in the Godzilla Final Wars. So interesting that if they would have had it, it would have been. The guy from Metal Gear Solid made the Mecha Godzilla. So, very cool. All right, believers. As you hear, the bands are rehearsing behind me now. Yes, and Deadsville on the Dickie Devil and the Deviants Oh My Goth video will be coming very soon too. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, Boo Believers, that's it for me for this week. I'll see you again on Monday. If not before that, because me, Maddie, and Steph are probably going to do like a snack challenge over the weekend that you'll get to see us do live probably, and eat a bunch of hot chips and see if we can fucking see if we can out chip each other or something. Maybe we should do dad jokes while we eat hot chips and see if we can keep from laughing or drinking water. Double whammy. All right, Boo Believers, let me know what you think in the comments. That's it for me. Until next time, stay spooky.